Hello YouTube, it's Lee here from Man vs Van. Welcome to the latest episode, thanks for hanging around. Before we go any further, bit of housekeeping. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. It makes a huge difference to me. I love doing this channel. The more people that subscribe, gives me that little nudge to make more videos and do even more with the van. So yeah, thanks very much. So made a big decision last week. I want to do so much to the interior of this van. I'll end up ripping out a lot of good work that someone else has done. You can probably hear the diesel heater on in the background. That's one thing. There's the really nice fridge, the Dometic fridge. There's the hob, the sink, and then there's the units and the rock and roll bed. I would take all of those out. I've actually had a moment of inspiration. I've mentioned it on previous videos. I know exactly what I want to do with the back of the van, but it would make the van less valuable than it would be to someone else as it is right now. Not forgetting the solar panels on the roof as well with the leisure battery. So I have actually put the van up for sale, and I know there's a lot of love that this van could still get, including the headliner, which is the job for today. I'm going to remove this headliner and get that on the time lapse in a minute. But yeah, I think someone would love this van as it is, and I would make it worth less converting it the way that I want to convert it. And I'm likely to swap a van in 2 or 3 years time. So economically, I'm looking at selling this van. Still do a few jobs if I can before it's sold. Sell this van, get myself a new starting point that's closer to what I need. And what I need as the new starter van is a combi. Because what I want to do is put in, you've got the 2+1 setup in a combi. I want to put just the one seat in, just by the sliding door. And then have a ply guys unit, a U-shaped ply guys unit put in next to it, so that I have like a really nice kind of social setup in the back. I like a clean look on the outside, so I want to get rid of things like solar panels and stuff like that, so I'm going to go for a minimalist look on the next van. So yeah, today's job, now that's out of the way, today's job is to remove the headliner. Right, so this headliner has seen better days. I mean, it's loose. I mean, we've got bits peeling off. Where's that bit? Bits peeling off here, look. It's not in great nick. I mean, look, there's marks all over it. So what I'm gonna do is take it off. Let's go. So, just encountered my first hurdle. When you get to the sun visor bit, these little clips that hold the sun visor in, so you've got the pivot here, and then you've got the clip that keeps the sun visor in place. They're a bit of a pig to get off. Now, I went on Amazon and I bought myself some trim tools quite a while back, so I've pulled the trim tools out. And I'm using this bad boy here. And when you're on the clip part, so the bit that's towards the centre of the van, there's a little gap at the top where you can put a flathead in. And as far as I can tell, as I drop the tool, as far as I can tell, it clips off quite easily once you get the tool in, it says. There have been some swear words while I've been doing this. There we go. So the whole thing comes off, look. And if you look at the unit itself, wait for the camera to focus, I think. See, there's a little clip on the top, and then just there, that's the bit that goes on that way. So yeah, nice and easy to get off if you know how. I'm going to move on to this piece now, and what I remember about this is, having watched a ton of YouTube videos, like everybody, you clip this C-shaped plastic bit off to reveal a couple more screws that need to come out. So yeah, I wanted to show you that, you know, this stuff takes time sometimes, even the littlest bit. So this little bit caused me like 15 minutes of headache trying to work out how to get it off, but it turns out you just need to be a little bit persuasive with the right tool to just get it to clip off. So yeah, all the fun of the fair. So it turns out that there should be Torx screws here, but these are just Phillips. So whenever you do this, you might find the same, that whoever's put them back in used Phillips screws instead. Makes you wonder though, like, if they've taken these out to put the headliner back in, why is the headliner so riffy? I wonder what's underneath. It's probably nothing, but yeah, it did make me wonder why there would be Phillips here. Might be a replacement, actually. Could be a replacement sun visor. But yeah, just taking my time. I don't want to damage anything, so I want to put this back on. I've got to say a big shout out to Transporter HQ. I don't know about you lot, but like, it's the first website I go to whenever I'm after stuff. So I got myself a roll of carpet to go in, to use to line this when it comes off, and some adhesive. But yeah, nice and easy. There we go. It feels we're getting there anyway. That doesn't sound like it wants to come out. What's under here? So they like clip in by the looks of things. So there you go. That's that one. I'm assuming this one's the same. Oh. Back in again. Well, I'll have fun putting that one back in. Don't think I broke anything. But yeah, that should go back in. We'll find out, won't we? So that's that. That's that one there. Okay, I'm assuming we then move on to take stuff like this out. So does this just slide in? It might just be clipped in. Not sure about that one yet. Might have to do a bit of a YouTube. Be back soon. So I had a bit of a YouTube, and turns out I probably was a little bit too forceful pulling out the sun visor, because this part here, so that's the pivot, so it would go on the driver's side, like with this bit by the window, by the door. There's meant to be, so which way does it go? It goes that way. So it goes that way in, but this bad boy here is meant to have a little hook, which I'm assuming is now in the ceiling somewhere. So I would imagine that it's a case of, actually it's a little hook that goes up and then over. So I imagine it's a case of kind of easing it forward to then bring it down, when what I did is pull it down. So be very careful as you do that kind of stuff. Right, I'm going to crack on with this side now. And the reason I'm cracking on with this side, I know I said I was going to do the middle. Let's get this off. Let's get this off properly, because then it's a question of just taking off the cover to the light, and then apparently there's a couple of screws that need to come out, and it loosens the ceiling lining, and then it's onto the seat belts. You just take the seat belts off to then get these back panels off. But yeah, I'm going to focus on this side just for a sec.
so I hadn't noticed the handle. Isn't it funny? You see things every day and you don't notice them. There's a handle here. It's obviously fixed in and obviously in the way of me getting this panel off. So I'm gonna have a work out how to get this off now. There seems to be a bit of a kind of gap at the back here. So I'm assuming the top part of the handle comes off. And then there's probably a couple of screws under there. So again, quick YouTube and I'll be back. Worked out the handle. So the handle has just here a little kind of like gap. So I took the smallest screwdriver thing that I have in my very handy Halfords tool set, and you stick it, you push it in and it will go in further, so it kind of puts the clip into recess, and then it looks like you can ease the cover off. So, get a bit dark now. Managed to get this off properly, and as you can see, it's got the thing on the end, the little hook, because I took my time. So yeah, managed to get the sun visors, the panels here, the grab handle, and then I got the light cover off. There's two Phillips heads underneath that. And now this is loose. So I'm gonna take my time and have a look how to get the rest out. But I think I'm nearly there. I think the next one is actually the seat belt. So there'll be a Torx star thing. What do they call them? Star spline bits? They should be called star bits. I'm gonna use one of the star bits to get the seat belt out. Then I can get that panel off, and then I think I can slide the whole ceiling out. So let's see how that goes. I'm having fun, actually. This is some of the stuff that I was probably most scared of when I first started doing my own van up. But just getting stuck in and not being concerned and taking your time, just building your confidence in kind of becoming more handy with things. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So despite the fact I'm taking out one of the life-saving components of my van, I'm quite relaxed. So yeah, I managed to get the other cover off, as you probably saw. I think once I've got this panel off, that'll be it in terms of things holding the ceiling in place, and I'll be able to take it out. Once I've got it out, I'll be calling it a day today, because I'm losing the light. Well, I've lost the light. And then I'll do another time lapse when I've set up the panel to be carpet lined. But yeah, it's been fun. You know, I've been really worried about this job because I don't like breaking things. I've broken a couple of things, only small things. But yeah, you just gotta get stuck in, haven't you? So yeah, let's get this panel off and then see if I can get the ceiling out. Unless there's anything else I haven't removed. But we'll work it out, won't we? As things go, there's always one thing you haven't done, and I hadn't taken the light unit out. So you have to take the light unit out in order for the ceiling to drop. So let me show you. Okay, success! I think we've got everything out. So, process, just as a quick recap. You take off the A panel. There's normally 3 clips, one there, and one there. And you do it gently. On the passenger side, this one's got a grab handle, which is that piece there. So you have to take the cover off and then remove the screws. And then you ease it off, and at the bottom corner by the speaker there's a weird shaped hook, well, it's actually that way, so you have to be very careful as you take it out, otherwise you will accidentally snap it. I have not snapped mine. You have this grab handle here, which is very easy to get off. There's just 2 like kind of screw covers that flip off, and then you can access the screws and it just comes off. When you're taking the sun visor down, you take the C-shaped part of this as a cover, it comes off, and then you can access 2 screws. And remember, when you take this off, don't do what I did the first time and just yank it off. It's actually hooked up here, so try to get it to come down and ease it off that way. This one is a bit of a pig to get off, needs more force than you would want to put in, and then just as you're about to give up, it will pop straight off and give you access to the 2 screws. And then there's this here that's holding it in place, so you just pull that and it comes off. Then it's a question of getting the seat belts off. So I think it's called an M10. It's the Star, it's this one. To get the seat belt off, and then you're able to get the panel off. Again, that's just a question of easing it off the fixings that are like that. And then, yeah, you get the light out, unclip the electrics, and you're ready to go. Turns out there's more than one thing. Here's the last thing that I didn't do. So up in here, this is a cover that needs to come off. So I believe I ease that off. This comes down and there's 2 torque screws, and it means I can get this sunglasses holder out, and then it's ready to come out. So yeah, job done. Couple of things I would have done differently. For the first ever thing that I carpet lined, I probably should have picked a flat panel rather than one that's got lots of shapes and peaks and troughs. But yeah, I got stuck in, and I'm really pleased with the result. I'm sure the next time I do one, it'll be better. It's not that expensive to do either, so even if I
end up not selling the van and I want to spruce this one up, you can just start again, take the carpet off, and off you go. But I'm really pleased with the contrast. I really like this contrast of the grey and the black. Makes me want to do the rest of the van. But yeah, let's see. Hopefully I sell the van and I can move on and do this kind of stuff in the next one. If I don't sell the van, I will continue my way through and line the lot. It'd be a lot easier to line the flat ones rather than this one. But yeah, my advice, get stuck in. What's the worst that's going to happen? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.